Hi everyone, it's Carissa here from Black Dog School of Yoga. Today I have a morning routine for you. This is one that I personally do every single morning and I love it. It helps to open up all of the major joints, get fluids moving in the body so that the body starts to warm up. We're going to be working the front side of the body and the back side of the body. I love it because it gets all of this in a short amount of time. Let's get started. You'll need I just use a Swiffer at my house. If you have a pole, a broom, anything like that, you can pause the video right now if you need to go get it, and then we'll begin. So we're going to start with some shoulder mobility. Take your knees wide, tuck your toes and bring your feet together, almost like you're going to go to child's pose. And then you're going to bring the backs of your hands and arms down on the floor with your hands together. So touch the inseams of the pinky fingers together. And then the action that you're going to want to do is pulling the elbow back towards the knees so that this part of the body begins to fire. And it's not so much that you actually move along the sticky mat. The sticky mat, or I just do this on the floor at home on my carpet, should hold you. And then you're going to inhale, come forward, and then exhale, resist, resist, resist as you sit all the way back. Inhale forward, go shoulders past your elbows, and then resist all the way back. So you're going to go a little bit faster forward and then slow back. And when I'm going back, I'm pulling the elbows towards the knees. Again, not so much so that they move, but that I get some engagement right in the shoulder girdle there. And this is really, really good first thing in the morning to begin to wake up the shoulder joints. And morning practices are all about waking up the body, about literally warming up the body after it's been at rest for hopefully 8 hours. Good. Just a few more here. And then come through center, and then you're just going to rotate from side to side. So you're going to tap your right shoulder down and your left shoulder down. And this again is still working on shoulder mobility. And you're just tapping, seeing if you can get the shoulder to tap on either side, waking up any stiffness or soreness in the body. Let's just do a few more here. Good. And then come back through center. Come up onto hands and knees. Keep your toes tucked, and then come down onto your left elbow. Put your face into your left palm here. Take your fingertips up towards the top right corner of your mat, and then you're going to spin and sit your hip back to the left and drag the elbow along the sticky mat towards your knee once again. And then turn and open towards the right side. So you're really just leaning your head back into your hand. And you'll get a really nice opening on the left side of the body, especially in the tricep area. And then release that, come to the other side, put your right elbow down, put your head, your face into your right hand, left fingertips go up towards the top left corner of your mat, and then sit back hips to heels, and particularly right hip to right heel. Drag the flesh of the skin back on the sticky mat or on the carpet, wherever you are, and then rotate and turn your head towards the left side of the room. And then release from that, come to hands and knees. Reach the right arm forward, sweep it all the way back and around, and set your palm so that it faces, fingertips face back toward your knees. Make sure that you're still wrist crease to wrist crease, that you haven't moved your wrist up or back, that you're still in line. This makes sure that our shoulders stay stacked underneath, our shoulders stay stacked over our wrists. And then you're going to do the same with the left, and then you're just going to take it for a swim. So this would be like you're going for a morning swim, beginning to heat the joints. And anytime there's heat in the body, heat is alchemizing. It's transformational. So we're heating the body to eliminate waste, to eliminate trash, to eliminate whatever has kind of settled in overnight. I like to think of this as swimming on land. Good. Just a few more here. And then land with your fingertips pointing back towards you, and then just start to roll around in a circle, getting into the wrists. The wrists are like mini collarbones. Oftentimes when we have issues with the shoulder, we can go all the way down to the wrist and start to work from there. So this just wakes that up as well. Good. And then release that. Find your way down onto your back, please. We're just going to wake up the back side of the body, then we have some twisting stuff to do, and then we'll be done. So bring your feet in nice and close towards your hips, and then press into your feet and lift your hips. Find a traction of your hips back towards your heels back towards your hips so that the hamstrings fire. Then you're going to tee out your arms. Let me move this. You're going to tee out your arms, and then take your left hand up and over and rotate your body in the diagonal and try to touch over the right shoulder, and then bring everything back down, set the butt down. Lift it up and then go towards the other side. And imagine that as you're twisting from side to side, you're leading with the opposite hip. So as I'm twisting to the left, I'm leading with the right hip over to the right. And then as I'm going to the right, I'm leading with the left hip. And then you're just going to keep doing that. And this is beginning to wake up the posterior, the back chain of the body. Let's do 3 more. 2. And 1. Okay, wonderful. Come all the way back down. Find a happy baby. Grab for the outside edges of your feet. Draw your elbows inside your knees and just give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Wonderful. Then you're going to roll over to your right side and then come all the way up and around. Come to standing and grab your Swiffer. Once you have your Swiffer, put it over your shoulders and then just let your arms hang over that. Make sure there's not a wall near you, and then just start to twist from side to side. And we'll make the twist a bit more refined in a moment, but for now, just kind of let your hips twist with you, starting to work the spine in all directions. Good, and then keep twisting, but see if you can keep your hips more square towards the front of the room. So it just makes the twist a little bit more refined, a little bit more difficult, and you'll feel it in a different part of your spine. And then release that. Take your arms up overhead with your Swiffer pole, and then start to bend the knees, come down into a squat, and work the Swiffer pole out in front of you. See if you can get your hips in line with your knees, and then bring your chest all the way down and through. And then from here, we're going to rotate open to the right. So start to rotate open to the right. Stretch with the left hand as you come all the way up and around, and then come back to a squat. And we'll just do 5 each side. So this is number 2. And then as you do this, see if you can look at the pole the entire time, so that when the pole is back behind you, you get a nice little back bend. Opening up the side bodies. This is 3. Inhales, you come all the way up and around. And then exhales, you come down. That's 4. And then last one. 5. And then we'll go opposite direction. So again, look at the pole as you come all the way up and around. Try and keep the arms nice and straight. This is 2. And imagine that you're trying to punch the fist forward so that as you rotate open, you get some really nice stretches through the side body. That's 3. 2 more. Last one. Okay, wonderful. You can set the Swiffer aside, come to a forward fold. This is the last thing we'll do, really to heat the body. Take 2 fists in between your feet to measure hips with distance, and then drop your knees into your armpits. Let your head drop all the way down. Notice that my ribs are attached to my thighs, so my knees are pretty nicely bent here. And especially you'll notice as you're doing this first time in the morning, hamstrings are super tight, so the bend might be a little bit more substantial than you're used to, and that's okay. Then take your fingertips forward, come up onto tiptoes. Keep your ribs on your thighs. Send the heels of the feet as high up into the sky as you can. And this is just heating the legs, heating the joint space in the ankles and the knees. Good, and then we'll kind of ramp it up a little bit, and this is the last thing we're going to do. So keep your ribs attached to your thighs. Just send your butt down toward your heels and then your butt up. And we're going to do that 20 times. And you'll notice the entire time that we're doing this, my ribs do not leave my thighs. They are completely connected and attached. It's just your butt that's going to go up and down. Last 10. Keep looking for the entire time for 5, 4, still up on tiptoes, 3, 2, and 1. Release. That's all I got for you guys. Really nice, energizing practice. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.